part of the successful connection strategy is that we keep in an open mind and to create an open ecosystem. We want to work with other partners such our users can enjoy the best experience ever. Therefore, WeChat Pay has adopted an open strategy whereby we welcome all partners to work with us. We believe that all partners are able to provide a value to our users and creating more business opportunities for our partners and ourselves and user, that we can all prosper together.
Just last week, our Prime Minister launched the Unified Payments Interface in Singapore. We are the largest remittance country in the world. $70 billion comes to India every year. And UPI opened its rails for fintech companies to basically build products which will enable folks to send money from any country into India in one click in real time, bringing down the cost by 1/10. A live transaction happened last week by the Prime Minister. We're also looking at helping a number of countries which in developing economies to basically learn from some of the digital platforms that we've built. India's stack is very clearly becoming India's soft power now.
And in fact, we've had a couple of questions that are essentially touching on the point you just made. Can this be globalized? Can this be exported? And
oh, yeah, absolutely. Because many of these platforms are actually market agnostic. For example, nobody would deny the need for a foundational digital identity in any country. Similarly, nobody would deny a foundational payments platform. I hate to say this, but for a long time we've always looked to the West, and we've bought technology from different countries, especially even our payment rails were run by Visa, MasterCard. For the first time, NPCI, which is the National Payments Corporation of India, has built the unified payments interface from scratch. We have our own card settlement system. So it's becoming increasingly clear that if you're able to build these foundational platforms, you can now create network effects, which as public goods, right? You're not building these platforms to make money. You're building these platforms to solve hard problems. And there are enough countries in the world which require platforms like this. And we are now assisting many of these countries to learn from us.
We are a super lifestyle app rooted in China. What can you use AliPay to do in China? Of course, you can use AliPay for payment. That's where we started. However, you can use AliPay to make an appointment with your doctors. And you can use AliPay to take a bus. You can use AliPay to pay your utility bills. You can use AliPay to check your mileage. You can use AliPay to redeem your mileage for airline tickets. And you can use AliPay for charity reasons. In Hangzhou, which is the next Money20 location, if you have the chance to go there, please don't take your wallet. Go with your Chinese friend, who everyone has the AliPay in their phone. They can use their phone to do everything, from taking a taxi to buying a bottle of water in a small shop at the corner of the street, or get some cash from the ATM machine. You are self-sustainable in Hangzhou with your cell phone. And in most of the Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities, China now, we are pretty much a cashless city. So the first important message is that we are not a payment company. And in the past few days, I was asked by so many different colleagues, journalists, so what exactly is Ant Financial and AliPay doing in Europe? We started this journey with the help of luxury brands and luxury department stores. So if you go around Europe, you will see AliPay in Patton, Galeries Lafayette, Harrods, Selfridge, Gucci, Prada, all across Europe, all these famous luxury brands. But we're gradually developing. As I told you before, I want to tell everyone a different AliPay today, something you don't know. Does anyone know that AliPay is accepted in 2,071 stores in Germany in the chain of Rossmann? Rossmann is a large retail chain. People buy skincare, hygiene products, and their shops are well distributed across Germany in almost everywhere, 2,000 stores all over Germany.
And MasterCard is absolutely delighted to sponsor Startup Academy, as we view it as a continuation of our ongoing support for the wider startup ecosystem. Over the past number of years, MasterCard has engaged with thousands of startups through the StartPath program, and we formally worked with more than 150, a number that will rise to 200 over the next 12 months or so. MasterCard is absolutely committed to working with startups from right across the globe by connecting them into our organization, but also by introducing them to our customers with the objective of creating innovative partnerships that can accelerate the product development process. I'm also very pleased to announce that the winners of the Startup Academy pitch session will automatically be included at the next MasterCard StartPath Selection Day event, which will take place in New York in 3 weeks' time. And I'll pass you back to Kate, who will actually announce the results.
In first place is granted.
Imagine the following experiment. I'm a waiter, and I come to a table of 4 people, and I go to the first person and I say, what would you like? And the first person says, I would like the fish. And I, as the waiter, say, you know what? The fish is a little too expensive, and it's not as good. Take the chicken. It's cheaper and better. And then we measure how much the second, third, and fourth person are going to listen to my advice, and how much everybody is going to take the wine that I recommend. How likely do you think people in this condition are to take my advice? Very much. Compared to condition 2, I come to the same person and they say they want the fish, and I say, you know what? The fish is not so good. Why don't you take the lobster? It's only 3 times more expensive, but it's amazing. Now, how likely are people to take my advice? Not at all. Why? What is so special about the first waiter? What is so special is that the waiter showed you that he is willing to give up revenue for your benefit. In the second case, maybe the lobster is amazing, but you never know. But in the first case, there was a clear conflict between your benefit and their benefit, and they were able to do it. If I am your financial advisor, and I always tell you, save more, save more, save more, who am I doing it for? But if I take at least one behavior and I show you that I'm willing to sacrifice utility for your benefit, that's what gives me the reputation.